Hi, hello everyone. Welcome to 5 Minute Science You Never Know. Today we had the honor to have our guest Dominic to talk about his subject. So here I'd like to give the stage to Dominic already because I'm sure that some of us haven't heard about this word in English. Please, Dominic.
Thanks very much for having me. So yes, that word is Asteroseismology. And as an astronomer, what that word means to me is learning about the interiors of stars from their pulsations. So asteroseismology is Greek for seismology of the stars. So when you're outside at night and you possibly see hundreds or thousands of stars, in astronomy, if a star changes its brightness, we call it a variable star. Now, you might be familiar with this because you see stars twinkle in the night sky, and that's mostly it's because of the starlight passing through the Earth's atmosphere and getting knocked around, and it's very turbulent in the Earth's atmosphere. But stars can also be variable stars because of pulsations. So the interior of stars are actually quite a noisy place. There's a large energetic reactions going on that generates the energy and the heat to support the star. But these reactions and the conditions inside a star can also excite pulsations. And pulsations can include sound waves. That's how we communicate vocally to each other. But these waves propagate, they travel through the star from the surface to the center and back again, and they cause the surface of the star to shimmer and twinkle. And so the twinkling of the surface of the star allows astroseismologists like myself to learn what's really going on in the deep interior.
Oh, well, that's very impressive. Could you give us a little bit more details about your research? What are you up to doing?
Absolutely, yes. Well, as a researcher at the University of KU Leuven in Belgium, I use space telescopes to actually understand the pulsations in some of the most massive stars in our universe, stars known as blue supergiants. And these blue supergiant stars are actually important metal factories in the universe because they produce all the elements on the periodic table heavier than helium when they explode as a supernova at the end of their lives and form a black hole or a neutron star. But blue supergiants have actually been quite difficult to study until very recently because they don't live very long. So they only live for about a few million years, which sounds like a long time to us, but stars like our sun live for 10 billion years, and that's much, much longer. So this makes blue supergiants quite rare, and they're almost like the rock and roll stars of all the stars in the night sky because they live fast and they die young. But recently, using space telescopes from NASA, we've detected pulsations in hundreds of blue supergiants. And this is research that was led by myself at KU Leuven and funded by the European Research Council. And it's allowed us for the very first time to test the interiors of blue supergiants, detect how much metal the stars are really making and how it's transported within the star itself. It's a really exciting prospect because these stars are progenitors of those supernova explosions, and we really want to figure out what's going on with them.
Wow, really? Yeah, so if audience would like to take away one more message from what you are studying on, what would it be?
I would just remember that when the next time you're outside and you see a star twinkle or shimmer, that star you're seeing, although it's very, very far away, it might also be one of these pulsating stars that we're learning a lot about.
We'll for sure remember that. Thank you so much for your time, Dominic. I hope to speak to you soon again.
Thank you very much for having me.
Bye. Thank you.